看就可以了。那 Let us do a prayer before we start。父神，我们把今天早晨交在你的手中，我们再一次来宣告，你是主，你是王，你是我们生命的权柄。父神，在今天早晨，也求你自己来高某孩子的口，求你来做洁净的工作。我们也求你的圣灵自己来 working people's hearts。Speak to our hearts. 祷告奉主耶稣的名 Amen. Now this morning I want to share with you, it's called Overcoming Your King Stomach. This is actually a kind of special Sunday. We don't talk about this every week. So if this is your first time here, now notice that this is different than 平常的 ，OK？ 所以今天的讲道可能也会跟平常的会有一点点不一样。Now how many of you gain weight over Thanksgiving season? 增加重量。Wow, okay, a lot of you. Great. Now this message is good for you. Okay, no, just kidding. Now when I was young, on certain days of the week, 我都会去我的爷爷奶奶家。It was a routine for me to go there. 那他们有一个 servant 叫做her name is 玉兰阿姨。那she was very very nice to me， 非常疼我。然后呢 ，she's also a wonderful cook. There's only one slight problem, and that is, 不管我说 whatever I like to eat.Then that dish 就会 appear every single meal， 所以我不管喜欢吃什么，接下来它就会一直煮一样的东西。So one time I told her I love fried rice. From that point on， 每一次 every time I go to my grandparents' house， 她就会煮 fried rice。然后我就想 ，OK, this cannot continue， 所以我就跟她说，我喜欢吃 fried chicken。然后呢 ，ever since that time。Every meal 就会是 fried chicken with fried rice， 就是炸鸡腿炒饭。And it became a habit, it became a routine, and to a point that I complained to my mom. I said, it becomes a reason I almost don't want to go to my grandparents' house. It doesn't matter. 那它的 fried rice 跟 fried chicken 都超好吃的 ，but it doesn't matter 那个东西有多好吃。After a while, it becomes a routine, becomes a habit. It's very hard for me to eat.Now the same challenge is for us. It doesn't matter 你那个 fried rice 有多好吃 ，when it becomes a routine， 你就很难继续吃了。Are we cooking the exact same thing for our God every day? That's a challenge I want to think about. Has your faith become just a religion? 只是一个宗教。It's just a habit, just a routine, just coming here on Sunday morning. Is God saying, oh, Benjamin, it's that same prayer again, it's that same habit, it's that same struggle, it's that same fried rice again? Is God saying that to you? I hope God's not saying, oh, Alex, it's the same fried chicken. Because our faith a lot of times becomes just a religion, it becomes just a routine. And we have a lot of heartless routine. Sometimes our life, our job, our parenting, our serving, our worship, our prayer, it becomes a routine that without we even realizing it. It's not that we don't love God. It's not that we don't want to love God. It's just that our daily routine, when 每一天 we go through these things, our life, 我们每一天要做这些东西 it bring our life down, so a lot of times we lose that freshness. And we lose our passion for the Lord, and we lose the sensitivity to the Holy Spirit, and we forgot how sweet it was when we first met our Lord Jesus Christ. And I want to let you know, if you're losing that freshness in your life, in your walk of faith, then prayer walk and fasting prayer is a great way to gain that freshness, to renew yourself spiritually. 禁食祷告是一个最好的方法，帮助你去 refresh 你跟上帝的关系。And that's something I want to share with you today. We had a similar teaching last year, and because I feel this is important, we're going to have a little bit different, but on the same topic, the teaching. We're going to do this again this year on prayer, on fasting prayer, not prayer walk. We're doing prayer walk next week. Okay, on fasting prayer. Last year, our prayer team went through this book called Fasting. By Pastor Franklin. It's a great book. If you haven't read the book, I strongly encourage you to read that book. You can borrow it from me, or you can buy it. It's not expensive. But I encourage you to read that. So today I want to talk about overcoming your king stomach. I want to talk about the myth about fasting prayer, the power about fasting prayer, and about prayer, the power about fasting prayer, and about just, the third thing is just do it. The first myth about fasting prayer 就是什么呢？是 Christian dieting. The first myth 第一个迷思就是 fasting prayer 就是 Christian 不吃饭，就是叫 fasting prayer. Now fasting prayer is not just a period of time without food, but it's a period of time without food for a spiritual purpose. That's fasting prayer. Now, what spiritual purpose? 就是你在那段时间当中，你不吃饭，但是 use that time, and actually not only that time, but in addition, more time to praise God, to repent, to read the Bible, to pray, to listen, and to have good quiet quality time with God. If you want to know more about prayer and how to pray, last year I did a preaching on it, and it's still online. It's February 5th, 2月5号12年. You can go to listen to that sermon. Beginning of next year, I'm also going to have an afternoon seminar to talk about prayer and to talk about daily devotion, so look forward to that. So fasting prayer is not just don't eat, but is you don't eat, 但是你用那个时间 for spiritual purpose, and in fact you use more time for spiritual purpose. 不然你只是为了身材在节食 right? It's just dieting or maybe even starving, right? Or如果你只是不吃饭，然后用那段时间 do more work, right? Which is a lot of times what I do, right? 就是工作有点做不完，现在懒得吃了，没时间吃了。Or 你没有吃饭，但是 you use that to do more other stuff. You get even more busy. That's not the point of fasting prayer, because fasting prayer is about prayer and it's not about just fasting. But more importantly, 毕竟是祷告，而不是那个禁食。Now the second myth 是什么呢？ Fasting prayer 是 for more devoted Christian, 是 for 那些比较 holy 的人，或者是 for a special time， 是你有 face 一个 difficulty， 你有一个 special occasion 的时候，你才需要是 fasting prayer. Now my friends, let me tell you, you have been deceived if you think fasting prayer is for holy people. You have been deceived if you think fasting prayer is just for pastor, it's just for more devoted, more spiritual people. You've been deceived if fasting prayer is only for Christians. And I'm going to show you, fasting prayer is for everyone, Christians or non-Christians. You've been deceived if you think fasting prayer is too hard for full-time working people or for full-time mom. You have also been deceived if you think fasting prayer is only for a period of time that you need to make big decision or you committed a big sin. Fasting prayer is for everyone, and that's what I want to share with you. 在 Matthew 的时候 Jesus talked about this. Matthew chapter 6, Jesus talked about spiritual discipline, 属灵的操练. He mentioned exactly 3 things. 在 verse 2, 他说 when you give. 在 verse 5, 他说 when you pray. 在 verse 16, 他说 when you fast. Notice that Jesus used the word when you fast, not if you fast. What does it mean? 如果今天有人跟你说 hey, if you go to church on Sunday, please do that. 他有人跟你说 when you go to church on Sunday. It's totally different meaning. If you go to church this week, meaning 他不 expect 你非去不可 right? 当他跟你说 when you go to church on Sunday, meaning 他 assuming you're going to church. Same thing here. When Jesus did not use the word if, but he used the word when you do these, meaning Jesus assumed that you're going to do it. He assumed there are 3 things that you need to do on a constant basis. Give, 施舍, pray, 祷告, and fast, 禁食. Those are the 3 things. It should be a norm for people who want to follow God. 因为耶稣不是说如果你这样做，他说当你这样做的时候，所以我们知道，其实耶稣把这个当成一个常态，应该是 this is for everyone， 而不是我们看到说哇你在禁食祷告，哇好尊敬你哦，哇你竟然已经到了这个 level 了，对。No, fasting prayer is for everyone. It's for Christians and non-Christian. And 禁食祷告，如同在这边我们看到，如同给和如同 pray。它应该是一个 norm for everyone who wants to follow God. What if for non-Christian? 在 Acts chapter 10的时候有讲到一个人，他叫 Cornelius. Cornelius 这个人呢，他在这边我们看到，首先 Bible 说他怎么样呢？他 give， 然后呢他 pray， 对，他常常在做这2件事情。2 out of the 3. Okay. Now Cornelius He was an Italian. He was not a Christian. In fact, at that time, everyone thought you need to be a Jew. 你需要是一个犹太人，你才能够 to become a Christian. But when Cornelius, he wants to seek God, God sent, 在这边说，上帝派了一个 messenger， 上帝派了一个 angel， 告诉 Cornelius what he needs to do to understand God even more. What is the path for salvation? 所以 Cornelius 他在这个意象当中，他看到上帝派了一个 messenger 跟他说话。那上帝什么时候派了这个 messenger 跟他说话呢 ？If you read 在 Acts 10， 后来 Cornelius 回过头来说的时候，他说 4 days ago， 我在家中，在中文的时候，他说守着伸出的祷告。That word in the original language is fasting prayer, and that's why if you read King James version, 它其实 translated correctly. It says, "When 4 days ago I was fasting." 所以 Cornelius 什么时候他平常他就是 giving 的人，平常他就是祷告的人，但是什么时候上帝花更多的时间在跟他讲话呢？是他正在看 TV 的时候吗？是他正在跟他底下的100个 Roman soldier 在 training 的时候吗？还是他正在 finish 他的 juicy steak 的时候 ？No, the Bible said when he was what? Fasting. When he was fasting, he wanted to know more about the Lord. He was not a Christian. When he wanted to know more about the Lord, God showed him the way when he was fasting. Again, we talk about the 3 things: giving, praying, and finally fasting. It's not a coincidence. It's the same 3 things that Jesus mentioned that everyone should do. Whether you're a Christian or not Christian, if you want to know more about God, if you want to follow God, it's about giving, about praying, it's about fasting. Those are the 3 spiritual disciplines that we all need to do as a norm. Now, of course, for full-time moms, for full-time people who are working, it's difficult. But we have to make up our mind that it's something important that we need to do it. Then you will find a way to do it. You need to set that as a priority. If you don't know how to do fasting prayer as a full-time mom, I suggest you can talk to Amy. I'm sure she does fasting prayer as a full-time mom. The second thing I want to talk about today is the power of fasting prayer. 禁食祷告的能力。第一个，我想要跟大家分享 fasting helps to overcome other temptations. Food affects 我们的 spiritual state. 因为 it's very important. 记不记得 sin 罪 entered the world through what? Eating. In the beginning of time, there's 在 Garden of Eden 里面有一个 tree, right? 这个 tree 上帝跟 Adam Eve 说 you can eat anything in this garden, but not this tree, right? Tree of wisdom. However, Eve 她怎么样呢？她看到这个 tree 上面的 fruit 好做食物。The Bible said the first thing described about that fruit， 他说什么呢 ？Was good for food， 好做食物。So Eve 就决定要吃，然后也让 Adam 吃了。Don't underestimate food affects 我们的 spiritual state， 因为 the first sin entered the world through eating， 因为 ever since 他们吃了之后，他们怎么样 ？From that time on。Everybody, men, woman, humanity, we have a malnutrition for God's word. Because we want to be well fed by the world. 我不是说我们都不要吃饱，但是记得 sin 一开始的时候是因为人想要多吃，所以他们忘记了上帝的话语。从那个时候开始，上帝的话语就变成不再是人生命的中心，而是吃变成人生命的中心。And that's why 后来当人跟上帝出现问题的时候，常常都是吃的这个 desire. Food has a special place. 记得在 Numbers 记载到一个故事，那时候 Israelite 他们在 wilderness， 他们离开了 Egypt， 在旷野的时候，他们跟上帝在这边，他们说这种百姓发怨言，他们的恶语达到耶和华的耳中，然后他们说什么呢？他们大起贪欲的心。他们大起贪欲的心，其实在圣经后来有说得很明白，他们的那个贪欲的心，在一开始的时候是什么呢 ？What were the complaints? It's about food. 他说，在埃及的时候，我们有这么多的东西可以吃，而且还免费的。Why are we stuck in the wilderness? Ah, my friend. 我们是不是常常也是？我们不要去 underestimate 食物对我们的影响力，因为很多我们的那个心没有去跟随上帝的时候，其实常常我们已经把那个 power 给了我们的 kingdom。我们常常会觉得食物其实没有关系，但是你看Egypt 在这些 Israelites， 他们宁愿 go back to Egypt to be slaves because 他们想要吃比较好的东西。I'm going to invite Justin to come up and share a little bit. Yeah. Now he's not going to share about fasting. Yeah, go ahead, come on. He's not going to share about fasting, but he's going to share the power of food in overcoming temptation.
Hi, for you that don't know me, my name is Justin. I've been in the state for about 8 years, and I've been at EFCI for more than 4 years. 那先 share 一个小的插曲，就是it's like 常常就是在 this past 3 months doing my dieting and working out, there's a lot of time temptation comes like there's food and people just offer free food and I have to say no because if I don't, like 昨天晚上就是我们看完 Christmas light， 结果他们就一群人说好冷，要去喝个热的，然后呢要吃，结果就我还问我的 group， 然后他们就去买 hot chocolate， 买 donuts， 4个人就在我面前吃，I resist， 就是没有吃的 ，so yeah， 那份有吃的。He's actually one of my notes because yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be reading off my notes a lot because 这次有排报。Okay, so I've been here more than 4 years. I was not a man of discipline. I've been actually addicted to fast food, soda, all-you-can-eat barbecue. Like 一个礼拜至少吃一次这样子，自己在家煮的时候 you can eat 这样。And then late night snack for the past 8 years. 在美国18岁到现在都是 very bad eating habit. When I first came, I was 160 pounds. 现在还是比我重。And I've been at 200 pounds for the majority of time that I was in the state. And all this, it all kicked off with the Biggest Loser Challenge at Living Spring Fellowship. 谢谢推这个东西，就是 somehow I just got motivated to join. But for various reasons. Some of the reason at first was, I need to look good for the girls. But another more spiritual reason is to be the best I can be for God. And really, another reason is I'm just sick and tired of being lazy and chubby. So. I counsel some of my friends who are personal trainers from other church, and I control my diet. I've been working out about 7 hours a week for the past 3 months. And then at first, I was able to motivate myself with the idea that working out for the girls. But eventually, serving God with the best I can be is the true motivation that can really keep me going. Because at some point, you're like, oh, I'm trying so hard, you know. My diet during weekday was I control my eating to under 1,200 per day, like during weekday. And then I learned how to budget better because I have to do grocery shopping and buy stuff and limit the stuff I buy because I cannot just do whatever. My life has become simple, simply just working out and go to church on the weekend. In this process, I was able to quit addictions such as drinking soda, fast food, and my newest addiction that started at the beginning of this year, which was smoking. When we are called to be soldier of Christ, living a disciplined life can help us. 活着不单靠食物 We don't live to eat, we eat to live. And also have a goal and dream and stay focused, like in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27, 攻克己身，叫神服我. I did this also to motivate others, that if I can do it and quit my addiction to food, drink, smoke, and lazy lifestyle, you can all do it. I never target amount of weight loss, because my goal was simply to get a 6-pack ab. Which I am about 70% there now. But the blessing of working towards my goal is I did lost 20 pounds in less than 3 months. And I am not satisfied yet. I have a hunger to continue this lifestyle and discipline to become the best I can be for God. so that I can serve Him with my best body, mind, soul, and spirit. You can do it too. The only thing that's stopping you is yourself. So let's rock 2014. Live healthy and strong for Jesus. Thank you.
Justin to share because I want to let you know, Justin 在 beginning 的时候，因为其实我跟他一直都有在我们有在做 discipleship. He was addicted to smoking and he could not quit. 但是 the funny thing is, when he started to deal with 他在 food 上面的 addiction, 他就发现他在 smoking 上面的 addiction is so much easier to overcome. That's what I want to share with you because fasting helps you to overcome 你其他的 temptation 和你其他的 addiction. 不要小看食物的力量。我们每个人都会经过一些 spiritual heaviness 或是 emotional heaviness。我们的世界会告诉我们 ，usually you deal with these heaviness by eating more, by putting more things into your body. That's why there's a term called stress eating, right? You eat more, you eat desserts more, you drink more, sometimes you smoke more, you have more drugs, more caffeine, more entertainment, more playing time, more pornography, more video game, more Facebook. 但是 fasting 其实是 reverse of that. Fasting is telling you not to put more things into your body and more things into your mind. Instead, you empty yourself to deal with spiritual heaviness or emotional heaviness. Because the world will tell you the way to deal with your spiritual or emotional heaviness is to put more stuff in your body. Because that's what you've been told to do. That's why 你的第一个反应 initial the reaction is okay, I want to put in more stuff. Recently I was, for the past few months I'm under a lot of stress and I realized I went to buy a big bag of Skittles, okay? Then I realized in the past 3 months 我已经买了4包这么大的 Skittles because 我觉得我 stress 的时候我就会觉得 okay, let's just treat myself, let's just eat. And I realized I'm also being conformed with the world. 就是当我觉得 stress 的时候，或是我 spiritual 或 emotional heaviness 的时候 that's putting more stuff in my body to relieve that stress. But fasting says the other thing. Fasting deals with you're supposed to empty, like deal with the stress, which I believe is the godly way to do it. 我这个礼拜就忍住，我就没有再去买 Skittles 了。And I did fasting prayer for 2 days this week, and I feel I'm so much more fresh and so much stronger compared to the days I was relying on my Skittles to go through the stress. It's funny when Satan tempted Jesus 的时候。Jesus 那时候正在 40 day of fasting. Satan tempt 他的时候，第一个 temptation 是什么呢 ？Food. Again, something special about food. 第一个 temptation 就是 food. Because remember, Adam and Eve fell due to food. 因为他们的 king stomach 在掌权，所以他们没有办法看到上帝要说的那一句话。But Jesus started his ministry with fasting prayers, 40 days of fasting prayer. 当Satan 在 tempt 他的时候 you see the Bible is very interesting. 因为 Adam and Eve 他们忘记上帝的话语，或者他们 alter 上帝的话语，但是即使他 respond， 当 Satan 又来 tempt 他的时候，是about food 的时候，他的 response 是什么呢？他说人活着不是单靠食物，乃是上帝口里所说出来的一切话语。It's a reverse of that curse. 所以我们看到食物 has a special place. The second thing about power of fasting prayer is that fasting releases power and victory. We talk about Jesus fasted for 40 days because some of the spiritual anointing and power can only be released through fasting prayer. 在我们接下来刚刚看到的，在这个 Satan tempted 他之后 ，Satan 就离开。然后呢，圣经说耶稣蛮有圣灵的能力，他的名声就传遍四方。他蛮有 power of the Holy Spirit。在接下来的几节，他就讲得更明白，他为什么名声传遍四方，因为他有能力去把命令鬼出来，那个鬼就出来。Now, victories are not won in public, but victories are won in private when he was doing fasting prayer. 人看到是表面他能够赶鬼，但是那个胜利的赢得是他在后面的禁食的祷告。 告。Victories are not won with public worship and public sermon, but victories are won when you do private fasting prayer. 我相信我们当中没有人会说，哇，耶稣他开始服侍之前，他禁食40天，因为知道耶稣他太没有能力了。He really needs it, okay? 因为他跟上帝的关系不怎么样。He's nobody. Come on, that's why Jesus needs to do it. I don't need to do it. 我蛮有能力 ，capable. 我跟上帝关系也不错。I'm someone, okay? I don't need to do things like Jesus. It's Jesus. 他才需要 fasting prayer. All I need is prayer. I don't need fasting prayer. Jesus needs fasting prayer. 我想我们不可能有人会这样说的。Now, even Jesus did 40 days of fasting prayer when he wants to do ministry. 我们更应该我们要做什么呢？我想我们不会有人说，那是耶稣啦，对吧？他才需要啊，我只要祷告就好了，禁食。耶稣做就可以了。No way, right? If Jesus needs it, if even Jesus needs it to overcome, to have the power and victory, 我们更是需要。因为 fasting prayer breaks the chains in your life, breaks the bondages in your life, helps to 战胜你所不能够战胜的东西。在 Book of Judges 记载了一个故事，这个故事记载了一群人，一个 tribe 的人叫 Benjaminites. I hate to share this story because Benjaminites is a group of evil people. They did murder and they did rape. Okay, so they're a group of evil people. 那 Israelites 以色列人呢，他们就要去执行公义，然后 serve justice， 他们就去打这个 Benjaminites。他们11个族要打一个族。但是我们就发现，他们第一天去打的时候，以色列人第一天去打的时候 ，Benjaminites 就出来，当天就杀了以色列人2万多人。It's GG right there, right？ 当天他们去打的时候就超惨的。Second day they win again. Second day 他们就彼此奋勇，他说 ，Come on, let's go， 在同一个地方，他们又去。去之前他们还怎么样呢？他们还在上帝面前哭，问上帝说 ，Can I go? Can we go? 上帝说 Yeah, please go. 结果他们一出去呢 ，again 又被打超惨的，又死了18000人。The third day， 接下来他们去的时候 ，something different. They did a fasting prayer， 直到晚上。This time God said, I'm going to give Benjaminites in your hand. You know， 他们去的时候是 for the right reason。首先，他们的人比人家多10倍。他们去是 for the right reason to serve justice。他们去本来就是上帝的心意。上帝也说 Yeah, please go. But what's the difference? What's the difference between 他们一开始没有办法 overcome 这些坏人，没有办法 overcome 他们 enemy， 到他们后来能够 difference is fasting prayer. My friend, there are enemies in your life that is strong, just like the Benjaminites, just like these bad people. Benjaminites， 他们不相信他们的后面，他们的 spirit 是 murder and rape. That's why there's a strong spirit. 上帝也许要你做正确的事，也许你觉得你要 overcome 这个东西是上帝要你做的，也许你觉得你要 overcome 这个东西是本来就应该要这样子做的。You're doing the right thing, but you always fail. You always feel there are enemies that you cannot overcome. My friend, the difference is fasting prayer. Because fasting prayer helps you with power and victory over the enemies that you cannot overcome. The difference is fasting prayer. Don't estimate the power of fasting prayer. The third thing I want to share with you is fasting. Fasting builds a deeper intimacy with God. And I'm going to ask Angel to come up and share quickly about how fasting helps us to build a deeper intimacy with God.
几年前的时候，我做了我人生当中第一次的21天带领进食。那当我做完之后，我有一个亲戚刚好来了我家，然后他跟我说 ：“Angel 啊，我听说你最近在进食，所以进食真的有什么不一样吗？”那其实那是一个很好的问题啊，因为其实很多时候，当你跟人家谈说要进食祷告的时候，其实人家会想要知道说，到底进食祷告神不神奇啊？就是灵不灵啊？是不是你在进食祷告的时候就会什么开始做异梦啊、看异象啊，然后就会很神奇，就有人寄一张 check 来你家啊，还是什么的？那很多时候，当我们想要就是做进食祷告的时候，其实通常我们都是因为人生可能碰到了一些困难，或者是一些危机，或者是你可能正在做一些人生当中很大的决定，比如说想要知道说你接下来未来的方向是要怎么走。那个时候，其实当我做进食祷告的时候，其实我也是在一个非常 similar 的一个 position 里面，我想要就是更多知道说神到底 在我接下来的道路上面是要怎么带。所以我就是很单纯的，我就想说 OK 好，那我就来做一个21天的单一进食。那其实我一开始的时候，我也不知道到底要 expect 什么东西，我不知道我是不是会听到什么神的 audible voice 还是什么做异梦看异象还是什么的。可是 one thing that I did during that time was， 我每一天我就是花时间到神的面前，然后读他的话语跟向他祷告。那在那段时间的时候，其实我真的可以深深感受到，就是每一次当我到神的面前，在读经祷告的时候，我知道神他的同在就在那个地方。那同时我也知道说，很清楚的知道说，其实神他非常喜悦我这样花时间在他的面前，就是读他的话语，然后向他祷告。那你们可能有在想说，所以 Angel 神到底有没有回答你的祷告？就是他有跟你讲说你接下来要干嘛吗？那我要给你的答案是，他有，可是他也没有。他没有，因为神并没有跟我讲说 ，Angel， 这就是你要做的事情，这就是你要走的道路。可是反而在那段时间的时候，每次我打开神的话语的时候，其实神他就借着神的话语，他就来对我说 ，Angel， 你不要把你的眼目 focus 放在这个问题上面。好像说 trying to figure out the future 是要怎么走，好像 it becomes a problem, a task that you're trying to overcome. At least not right now. 可是神他就一直用他的话语跟我讲说，你就是要把你的眼目转移到神的身上，就是等候他，要相信说今天神他其实掌管我的未来，也要相信说神他其实每一天都一直在带领着我，那他也会按着他的时间，他会让我知道说我的下一步要怎么走。不要担心，在这个时候就是来等候他，来亲近他。那在那段时间的时候，其实神他也就开始让我看到我心里面到底是怎么样的一个 condition。神就让我看到说，其实我里面有很多的骄傲，我需要学习更多的谦卑自己。那神也就是开始让我看到说，其实我的里面有很多对人的不满，有很多的愤怒，有很多的苦毒。不管是对于人，或是对于神，对啊。那当神开始在那段时间这样子 reveal to me 的时候，其实就是我就要开始学习怎么样，就是去悔改，去认罪，那也就是求神能够来赦免我。那神也就在那段时间的时候，其实他就开始做很多医治的工作，很多释放的工作，对啊。所以其实我很感谢神，就是借着那21天的带领进食，让我能够经历到说，其实神是非常真实，他也是非常爱我们的。对啊，那我觉得 looking back now， 我觉得最宝贝的其实是我在那段时间，我更多的得着神他自己。对啊，那很多时候进食祷告，带出来一个很重要的一点，就是其实它改变我们的心，它改变我们跟神之间的关系。那当我们的心被神摸着的时候，当我们能够跟神更亲密的时候，当我们的心能够更对神的圣灵更 sensitive 更敞开的时候，其实神他说话，我们就更能够听到，我们就能够更知道说到底神他想要怎么样带我们。对啊，那我就很希望鼓励我们当中的弟兄姐妹，也是能够渴望与神有一个更亲密的一个关系，那也是在祷告跟进食祷告能够愿意试着来操练看看。
Food, like we talked about, comes between me and God because sin entered through food. 所以当我们愿意把 food 放下的时候，我们跟上帝的关系就会是更紧密。最后 let me spend 3 minutes just to share with you how to do it if you haven't done it. If you haven't done fasting prayer and you want to jump on board. Fasting prayer 首先有不同的种类，第一个叫做 full fast. I don't recommend you do it. This is no water and no food. Usually you cannot go without more than 1 day. Don't go for more than 1 day. In fact, if you haven't done fasting prayer, don't start with this. Okay? 除非上帝特别要你做。再来有一个叫做 partial fast. Partial fast 就是 some type, 就是 some category of food that means something to you. Okay? 你也不要说我平常就不喝咖啡，然后我现在要禁咖啡 ，right? That doesn't mean anything to you. Yeah, you know, 也许你平常很喜欢吃肉，所以 maybe 肉 or caffeine or sweet or soda, something that means something to you. 有一个特别的 special type of partial fasting 叫做 Daniel fast. 那 usually 它是吃 vegetable、fruit 和 water， 特别 no meat、no sweet、no wine。对，那最后一个通常我们叫做 normal fast， 就是 no food、no solid food， but you can drink and you can drink a lot of water, and you may also a lot of people also choose to drink juice or drink clear broth。那我会建议你，如果在这当中如果你觉得是需要喝的话，我会建议说你可以喝 juice， 你可以喝lemon juice 加上 honey， 你可以喝 chicken broth， 你可以喝 milk chocolate milk。These are the things that I usually drink when I'm on normal fast。OK， 所以你不用到都不吃不喝。OK， 那 again you need to drink a lot of water。那至于你要进食多久呢 ？Start with something easy。OK， start with a meal first， something you can handle。不要你从来没有进食过，然后你就说 I'm going to fast for 3 or 7 days。OK， 然后你后来就觉得好 discouraged， 我没有做到。Start with maybe a meal first。OK，maybe you can do a meal for 5 days, something like that. 每天的中餐 that's something you can do. 或是你也可以 fast for 1 day, you can fast for 3 days, you can fast 7 days, 21, 40 days. 这些每一个都有 biblical meaning, but again, start with something you can handle. 如果你从来没有进食过 again, 我建议你先 maybe 1 meal a day for 一阵子。然后你之后你可以试试看 maybe 1 full day. Okay? 那你就是 drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water, drink juice, liquid if you want, you can drink soup, okay, if you want. 再来就是 you spend time to praise, to repent, to read Bible, to ask, to have quiet quality time with God. It doesn't mean anything if you don't spend more time with God. Okay. Again, you can go to 我的sermon on February 5th, 2012. 最后就是 you need to fast with a purpose. Make a prayer list. 今天你祷告的时候你是要什么东西 It's not an exchange. 但是你可以特别来为你的 family 祷告，特别为你的 work 的 situation 祷告，特别为你的 family member 或 friend 的 salvation 来祷告，特别为你的 serving 你的 ministry 来祷告，特别为你 life 当中有一些的 bondage 来祷告。Make a prayer list during the fasting prayer. 最后 finally I want to invite all of you start your year fast. Meaning 我们 next year 2014我们在January 第一个礼拜 the week after the first Sunday, January 5th to January 12th, you can fast any number of meals for any number of days. We want to make this a habit that all the 1.5 generation, beginning of the year, the first full week, 我们大家可以一起来做 fasting prayer. You can choose any type of fasting for any duration. 你觉得你可以 handle, but we invite everyone to start our year next year with fasting prayer. Whether you're Christian or non-Christian, we invite you to spend some time to seek His kingdom, to understand God more. Let's pray. Father, I give this time to you, and you know it's a long day, it's a long sermon with a lot of information. But Lord, help us to overcome. 在我们生命当中的方式。I'm gonna just have one invitation. If you're willing, 在2014的时候 in any type of fasting, any duration, 你愿意 commit to fasting prayer， 你可以在你位置上举起手来，也是当做你自己的一个张力立约，举完就可以放下。还有没有这样的？你愿意2014，你愿意花一段时间去 do fasting prayer？如果你的话，你就在位置上举起手来。Let's pray. 父神，我把所有刚刚举手的弟兄姐妹交在你的面前。我们与你立约，我们在2014 we're going to spend some time for some duration of time for some type of food. We're going to do fasting prayer. 我们求你来悦纳我们在你面前的祷告，求你来改变我们自己。我们的 fasting prayer 不是要给你 exchange for any benefit， 但是当我们在这当中，我们就要来宣告，耶和华，你要来触摸我弟兄姐妹的生命，你要让我们能够更多明白你，你要让我们能够更亲近你。谢谢你，祷告奉主耶稣的名。Amen. This concludes our service officially. But if you need prayer, we invite you to the cross and our prayer team can pray for you. If you need prayer this week, if you need prayer regarding the sermon or something else in your life, we invite you to come up to the cross and we want to pray for you. We also want to, if you want to stay for more worship and prayer time, you're invited to stay.